No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. And today I'm in here with a street legend himself, Yak Gotti. How you feeling, man?
I'm good, dog.
Chilling?
Good. Yes, for sure.
How are you? I seen you at the YSL home, one of the many YSL homes, a few weeks ago.
Right.
But you went back to Atlanta, right?
Right.
And now you're back out in LA?
Back out here. I actually went back to Atlanta, went to Miami to see my family, just catch up, and then now I'm back.
That's where your family's located at? So you're
Yes.
not like an Atlanta guy for the most part? You're from Florida? Or?
I'm born in Miami, but I moved to Atlanta when I was 1. So, like, my whole childhood been in Atlanta.
Really?
So that's how it's, like, so connected, strong, yeah.
So do you, when you go to Florida though, do you feel like a connection to there, or do you consider yourself really like an Atlanta guy?
It's really like I got the best of both worlds. So it's like my whole family in Florida, so that connection always there. But it's like I'm kind of standoffish, so it's like more so Atlanta's home, but Miami is like where my roots at. If you get it, yeah.
I got you. Okay, so tell me about your early life and like what you were like as a kid and shit.
Man, like, well, you know, like, okay, everybody, a lot of people say they jumped out of the porch so early. Like, I probably jumped out of the porch when I was 13. So it's like everything was regular until that moment. And like I kind of seen one of my homeboys in my breezeway shot. You feel me? Like, yeah, got hit like 4 times, and it kind of like it forced me to grow up ahead of my time.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like everything was normal to then. Like, it was kind of like good grades. It wasn't never just all A's, but it was like, okay, good grades, well, B's and C's, a couple A's.
But so seeing somebody that you were close with get shot at that young of an age though, were you, because like obviously if you're really paying attention to rap and stuff like that, it's like you hear about people getting into incidents and stuff like that, but was this the first time that you had actually had something happen that like hit you close to home, realizing like, oh, this shit could happen to me, happens all the time, etc., and that just kind of changes your whole worldview?
Yeah, that was like the first time, the first time, and it's like, damn. I had heard about it a lot, but actually seeing it and seeing him bleeding and, you feel me, crying for help, like, my mama actually called the police for him, you feel me? So it's like, that was the first time I seen him. I was going outside to play, I seen him, and went and told my mom, and she came and called the police.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so how did that change you? Like what did you start doing differently after that point?
It's just like, I went with my normal routine, but it's like in my mind, that stuff like that always hunted me. You feel me? Because it's like it's close to home. Yeah.
Definitely. But so it didn't like kind of get you spooked in terms of not wanting to be in the streets, or did it make you more interested in that side of things?
Believe it or not, it kind of made me more interested in seeing like, well, I got to protect myself and my family. Because I'm the youngest child on my mom's side. So it's like my brother, he been gone since I was in the 8th grade. He been in college and in NFL, like playing sports. So it's like me and my mom. So it's like anything that I can do, I have to protect my family. Like I'm what's the man of the house.
Right. So you had that feeling from a young age, like I'm in charge here. I'm gonna have to protect my family.
Yes.
That's a lot of responsibility for a young guy.
Yeah, that was me. You feel me? Because it's like I always been like the youngest, even like in YSL. Like I'm one of the youngest, or like even with just our street gang, or I always one of the youngest. Like, I ain't never just hung with a lot of people my age. So it's like I took that mentality to home. What I'm seeing the older guys on the block do and take care of their family, I always want to be that person. Right. To provide.
That makes sense. So after that, you just sort of start getting wrapped up in more street shit? Is that how you would describe it, or like what kind of shit really literally changed?
Well, like, I still play sports, you feel me? So it's like sports was almost my savior till I end up getting jammed up. And then it got on some like, okay, I play sports Monday through Friday, and Friday through Sunday, I'm in the streets, like just, but it was like a dose of it. It wasn't just full-fledged in the streets, but it just caught a case, and they took my scholarships, and then it was like, I'm all in.
At what age?
16.
16. You had scholarships for college? Like you were gonna go to college?
Yeah, I was gonna go to college. I had football scholarships.
Really? And you were really good at football?
Yes. Yeah. It's on YouTube. Like, it's documented. Like I was ranked, you feel me, like out of the top 200. Like I was ranked. Had schools like Georgia, Marshall, Tennessee, Middle Tennessee, Appalachian State, like a couple D1s, like TCU. And it just like I caught a case like when I made one bad decision.
What was the case?
It was, I could talk about it now, like, cause it's like, it was a rape, like, right,
Well, you got accused of it?
accused of it, yeah.
Wow. So what was it? Was it like a party situation? or-
No, it was just like, okay, I was popular because I played sports, so I was one of the best on the team, and I was also rapping. So it's like I had the best of both worlds, and we pulling up to school in business, or just, you know how it is, young, head big, feeling yourself. So it was actually a girl who got transferred to the school, and like, okay, so she's like kind of fresh meat. So everybody at her, but like somehow she came for me, because I guess she seen like I was one of the ones. And then I just remember walking her to class, and then I left. So after I left, she was like, so we gonna go together? And I told her no. So all of a sudden, she just told another dude, and he went home and told his parents. The next day, they tried to come lock me up, but I ran out of school.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So you took off run? Were you on the run for a while, or?
Now I ended up turning myself in, cause like I know I ain't raped no. You feel me? Like,
Right.
I ain't never had a problem with women. You feel me? Like, so it's my mom made me turn myself in. I did like 2 weeks in Rice Street on the 7th floor, but it's like that's like Iraq, like it's a danger zone.
Right.
So that even woke me up to where it's like
Wow.
I'll never be normal again.
Right.
Like, I'll never be normal. Like I'm 16 years old, up here with real like killers, like people with life sentences, and you feel me, like.
Like you thought you knew what was going on some street shit before, and now all of a sudden you're with everybody who really is past the point of no return.
Exactly, and like I said, I'm always like one of the youngest. So I'm 16, 17. These dudes anywhere from 20 on up. So it's like, damn. Like I remember walking in the dorm and seeing 2 dudes fight as soon as I walked in. And it's like, oh shit, what am I supposed to do?
Were you scared? Because I mean, you don't have any of your normal, like you got your homies when you're on the outside.
Yes.
You're just solo.
Ain't no cap. Yeah, I was scared. Like I'm scared. You feel me? But it's like when you from that, you know not to show that you're scared, but you know like just respect everybody. And if you provoke or if it come to you, that's when you have to handle your business. But not just walk up with your nose all up like, yeah, nobody ain't gonna do nothing to me. Or, you feel me? I just had to be smooth with it.
Did you end up having a fight like when you were in there during that short period of time? You have to prove yourself to any extent?
Now a dude tried me, but when he seen like I was gonna stand up, then all the older dudes like, hell nah, leave him alone. That's a youngin'. Like, nah, hell nah, bro. Pick on somebody on the side. But just like when you're in a situation like that, a person will test you. So it's like I wasn't going. Like I can't, cause if I would have just went out bad or he let him pump me, then it would have opened the door for everybody else to do it. And I got a man, I'm gonna go on the stove and give him a commissary. Like I can't go like that.
Right.
You feel me?
So did that case just go away? Like, did she not end up really trying to follow through with it, or?
Nah, like it stayed pending for like having a 10. It stayed pending for 7 years.
7?
Just beat it. That's how I just knew it was some bullshit.
And
like,
she was trying to take it to court the whole time. It was like
I don't know. Like after, okay, I got out on bond. After that, she left the school, and I never heard from her. Like she disappeared, but she went to a whole nother school. I think she went to North Carolina and did the same thing to another dude. You feel
Holy
what I'm saying?
fuck.
Yeah. So it's like that's what that movie is. Daddy's Little Girl. Like that's some stuff. Like I'm thinking that's some movie stuff. Like, but it actually goes on.
right.
So I end up going fed, and when you're in the feds, if you have an open charge, they won't give you no halfway house. So I had to hire a whole nother lawyer, and then they end up calling like, you beat it. Like I don't even know why this still was pending. It wasn't no evidence or nothing on the case. It was just what she said.
That's so crazy that your dreams of playing sports could be totally crushed just by a fucking accusation.
Yeah, like, and that's why like I have a couple homies in the NFL or NBA, and I just stay on them like, bro, it ain't just for you, cause that was my dream. So I'm like, bro, when you score, I score. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And they feel the same way about me. Like, bro, when you have a hit or you have a song that's trending, like, it's cause they listen to the music, so it balances each other out. But that was my first love, like sports.
Okay, so how long were you actually in prison though? Like 2 weeks, or did you end up having to go back in after that, or were you just dealing with the court case and shit?
Okay, that was county. So that's just 2 weeks, and then it was back and forth to court. And then I didn't go to court for to like I didn't go to court no more, and then I ended up getting locked up for a murder charge like 2 years later.
Okay.
Yeah, so it just my life been just up and down. You feel me? But I'm still here, so it's like I know I got a reason.
Did you start making music like soon before all this shit started happening, or when did the music become part of it?
The music in the middle of the rape and the murder charge. Like I was always around it, so it's like I'd go in my closet or be in the shower and just play with it, but I couldn't really get it. I couldn't grasp it. But I knew I could do it, but I ain't had the patience to grasp it. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I always played with it, but I actually started taking it serious, like in that gap, like around, like right around the rape charge. Like I had 2 homies who know how to rap, and shout out to them 2, Rico Cash and Landscript Chip. They was real good at rap. So I took them, I had the connections. So I just plugged them in with Block Entertainment.
Oh, okay.
And like that's my uncle. So it's like he gave us a deal. And it just went from there. But he told me I had to start rapping to get my money. So that would make me just like start rapping and yeah.
So how long after that did you end up meeting Thug, or was he like the first established rapper that you ended up like really working with?
Yes, but me and Thug, like we've been knowing each other since like 7 or 8.
Okay, so you're from similar neighborhoods and shit?
Yeah, we from like down in the same neighborhood. His neighborhood is like right behind mine.
Right.
So it's like we always knew each other. We always kicked it, played against each other in sports. So it's like before we jumped out of the porch, we always seen each other, and it was a respective tip on athlete, and we come from the same struggle. Then it's got to where he jumped out of the porch before me, but he'll be all in my hood, which that's the point of time where it ain't no gang banging. It's like, you can't come to our hood, we ain't going to your hood. But somehow he'll end up in the hood. Like he got a pass, like he good.
Yeah, because like I feel like everybody growing up, you're watching different people and how they move and shit, and you're seeing somebody like Thug, like if he's the first person from your area or a similar age to you that ends up being successful, that can completely change how you view what's possible. My co-host AD that I do a lot of shit with, he's talking about how he was fully on the gang shit. He was all about protecting his area, etc. And then he became friends with a couple rappers. He starts going to clubs, studios, starts seeing like, oh, like this is what's possible. And it just completely opened his mind. Like I'm not gonna just try to be sitting outside the crib all day.
Yeah, it just show you like I don't have it's on you if you want to be normal. Like and that's how it was. Like Thug was the first person like from my generation in our hood to just take off and don't look back. Like, I mean, a lot of people take off, but their career don't just be long stream. Like Thug was that first person, and he opened my eyes.
He's an important inspiration in general too, though, because he's just like, he was just so uncompromising. Like he was just so blatantly just doing his own weird ass thing. Like he didn't give a fuck about trying to fit in and be like anybody else. Right. And he completely like changed the game by just being himself and being as strange as he is. But he created, he's probably like the most, I always say, I think Thug's probably the most influential rapper of the last 10 years.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And it's crazy because a lot of people don't know, like he been like that. Like when everybody was wearing baggy jeans, like he converted to skinny jeans. Like this, back then in middle school type stuff, like Vans, and he been like skateboarding, rock star, like he been converted. So it's like a lot of people didn't understand, but I always seen, cause like we got so much in common. Like our first love really is like fashion. Like you feel what I'm saying? So it's I seen what he was doing. You feel me? And sometimes I take from him or he'll take from me. It would balance each other out. You feel what I'm saying? But I definitely agree with you on he's the most influential. Last 10 years. So
was he somebody who was pushing you to make music as well? Is he somebody who was like, who believed in your talent?
It was the talent, but it wasn't really just like, we come from the same cloth. So it's like, bro, you need to rap, bro. You just had the deal and you messed it up. Now you got a better situation, you need to rap. So it's like, he down there made me start rapping.
Right.
But it's like, I was leaning towards it, but it's like, when you so caught up in the street, it'd be like, man, and you getting the rap won't pay. Like in the beginning, the rap won't pay what you getting paid in the streets. But it be that sacrifice.
It was like a long term work to build something up. Yeah,
exactly. It be that long term like sacrifice.
Definitely. And so, okay, but your original label situation didn't work out, the original deal you signed, or how did that go?
It just didn't work out. Like I just parted ways. I had signed to Sony RCA up on the Mark Pitt and Block Entertainment, but it just didn't work. Like it wasn't what I wanted, and it was a group, so it's like, you know how groups work. You feel me? Like I still talk to all the guys, but it's still like egos, and you feel me? At the end of the day, my mind ain't really wasn't then. It was just on the rap one, so it's like I'm the one who brought y'all to the table, and y'all are like go big on me. So it's like I'm through. You feel me? Then I had a murder charge. I was out on bond on the murder charge. It was over my head, so it's like I can't focus on rap. I probably finna go do a life sentence, or I'm probably finna be on the run for the rest of my life till they catch me.
It's like hard to focus on building this career when you're thinking like this career might not even happen.
Exactly. So it's like now that that's behind me, the feds, like now that everything behind me, like I'm just focused on rap. You feel me? For the first time ever in my life, I'm just focused on making good music, being an artist.
Yeah, and that's like a lot of the people that I talk to. Like, I have a lot of friends who are like very deeply invested in the YSL world. So it's like if there's anybody who comes around the thug camp, they're paying attention. Like they knew about Gunna as soon as Gunna was hanging out. Like they fucking knew about Yak Gotti as soon as they heard you on a Thug tape. So like that was the impression I got from a lot of my friends. Like, oh, you got to interview this dude because he's like the next one out of that world.
Right. I appreciate that. No, I definitely appreciate it. It's an honor. Like and the same thing with me. Like I'm tuned in. Like it should be time we be on tour, and I just be watching the interviews because I know it could be potentially me doing this. You feel me? So I just pay attention to other people's interviews and know how to critique myself, like, and just know how to talk, know, you feel me, eye contact, or just know certain stuff, you feel me, and just like my people in Atlanta, they're like, bro, you finna do no jumper, bro, that's big. Like, I'm like, yeah, bro, I appreciate it, but it's just like, you can't just overreact, like you can't overthink it. It's just like, I'm at a point now where it's kind of normal.
That's
like,
fair.
Like getting out, it's everything moving so fast. But you gotta understand, like, all my childhood friends, like, down there made it. The ones that rap, all of them that actually made it and went up, got platinum and gold plaques, and so it's like, well, they can do it, I can do it.
It's funny when you say the thing about interviews and like thinking about what you would say one day once you got an interview and shit, because I feel like Thug is somebody who didn't do any interviews for a long ass time. And then in the past like year, he did one interview with me, and then I seen him go and do an hour with Big Boy. And I was like, man, this is crazy. Like we're seeing like a much more social version of Thug, because I think Thug for a long time didn't want to talk to the press because he felt like they were going to misrepresent him.
Yeah, that's kind of what it was, because he's like, he's one of a kind. So it's like, y'all will take little stuff he ran with and just make it something else, or y'all will dig and just be asking him questions that he probably don't feel comfortable answering. So he probably want to let the music speak for itself, speak for him, and then now he done opened up.
That's one thing I noticed about him when I was interviewing him, is that he like actually can't hold back from just saying exactly how he feels. Because there was a couple little things that he said in that interview that I was thinking in my head, I'm like, bro, people are going to take this different than how you mean it. And then that is exactly what happened, is that like the blogs tried to say like, oh, he said this, he said that. Yeah. And it's like, I knew exactly what he was trying to say, but it was just so clear to me that he wasn't really thinking about shit as in how people were going to take it.
Yeah, he don't really care. He don't care. He don't care. I've been with him plenty of time. Like, he don't care. It's like, I get mad. Like, bro, what you mad for? Like, bro, he just tried you. Like, oh, man. Yeah.
It's crazy because I feel like for a lot of people, the first time they ever heard Yak Gotti was when you said, I'm Yak Gotti, I got bodies on bodies. Was that the first big song that you had out on an official Thug project?
Yes.
Dreams.
It's like back in the gap, like we did music together, but it never got released. But Dream was my rap moment, like to break in the industry. Like that was my moment. And it's crazy because I asked him, like, bro, you finna put that on your tape? Because I actually didn't like the verse. You feel me? Like, and I said it like different. Like I said, how you doing? I'm that guy that I got bodies on top of bodies. So he's so in tune with the music. Like I'm thinking like, man, who he gonna think? Because he already would be it then. So I'm thinking like, who he gonna think? And he's just like, oh, that's hard, but you gotta see it like this. So that's how I came. I got bodies on bodies.
That's crazy that he has that attention to detail, yeah.
He's so, like, I ain't gonna lie, he's like, he a genius when it comes to that. You feel me? Like, he a genius. Like, he know the spacing, he know how to record himself, he know the tempo. Like, he just know how to put it or how to say it. or what you going for.
You feel like you've learned like an incredible amount about music from just being in that environment and being around all like Gunna, Thug, all these people who like are, they're not like classically trained with music at all, but they just clearly have such an understanding of melody and like
Right.
what makes a dope song.
Right. Yeah, and, like just being out, and it's like it gets to the point. I'm in there with Shline, Gunna, Future, Tip. Like I'm in there with, you feel me, the legends of Atlanta. So it's like, a lot of people be selfish and like, man, damn, I want to get on the song. Well, let me get on this. I just sit back and soak it up because it's like they work so fast, but it still be a good body of work. So I just sit back and soak it up. And sometimes I even pull my phone out and I start writing the verse. I know it's not going on this, but I'm just practicing. You feel me? I'm just like perfecting my craft.
Right. Can you talk about what happened with this murder case that you beat?
Yeah, it's beat. Yeah.
Yeah. How'd that go?
Well, actually, like, first I'm saying I didn't do it.
Right. If you got off, I'm gonna believe you. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do it. But a dude shot at my mom. Yeah, in my hood.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Why? Like.
Okay. Me and my mom had gotten into it. I ain't gonna lie, I was like a hard head child. Like I didn't listen. But it's just me and my mom so much alike, so I didn't listen. I ain't want to hear nothing. We got to arguing, and she actually left. So one of my brothers came get me, Chiz, and I'm around with him. We ran around smoking all day. She trying to cool me down. So she ended up going to a place in my hood. It's a four-way. We call it the four-way. And I guess somebody was walking too slow or whatever it happened. She blew the horn. So the dude like, fuck you, bitch. And my mom like, fuck your mama, bitch. But the dude, mama was dead. So it's like, back like, they arguing this and then I guess he just shot at my mom.
And you found out about it?
Yeah, I definitely found out about it.
You weren't too happy about it?
No. I was so mad, but it's like I couldn't get to him. I ain't gonna yeah, you shot at my mom, bro, you gotta go. But I couldn't get to him. So, but it's like my mom is that mom that got love and respect for everybody. So you give out, you understand? You give out what you get in. So it's like we'll be at the skating ring 10, 20 deep. My mom and that mom make trips back and forth to make sure everybody get back to the hood. You feel me? So it's like how it happened, I don't know, but just because my mom reported the incident, they had snatched me up. Like it was
the cops are looking at you. You got perfect motive here.
I got the motive, exactly. So it's like they charged me with it, but I ended up sitting down for like 7 months.
It took you 7 months to have the charges dropped, or did you actually go to trial?
I went to trial, but I got a bond in 7 months.
I
got a bond. And this time too, like every time I went to rescue, like I went on the 7th floor, like it's like the gladiator zone. So it's like this time I got the fine a couple times, seen dudes get stabbed. Now I really never gonna be normal. Because the rape was 16, the murder was 17. So it's like back to back. You feel me? And it's like I couldn't be normal no more. It was over with. Like it's like when I ended up being it, the following year I went to trial and I beat it, they dismissed it.
But here's the thing: is like, do you feel like people treat you different in the streets because they know that you beat that trial, and like, they don't even give a fuck if you did it. Just the fact that you got the charge and you beat it, that probably to a lot of people, they look at you like,
yeah,
whatever. It changes their view of you.
Yeah, it changed. Yeah, for sure. Because it's like I always had that name. Like, okay, my name Yak, but it's short for Maniac. So I always had that rep. Well, like he gonna handle his business. But it's just like when you sit down for one of them, and then you on top of that you come home, and on top of coming home you beat it. Okay, anybody could burn out, but you beat it. It's like, okay, we might not want to play with him. But you still have people who don't care. Like, I ain't gonna just say like, you feel me? Because right after that I got shot 5 times.
Right.
You feel me? So it's like you got people who don't care about murder. You trying to talk how many murders you got. Like it's just like the real. It's crazy to say that, but it's just like that's what it be.
Right.
It make me learn to move smarter, not harder. Like, okay, I done beat the murder, I done beat the rape, I done shot 5 times, and I done went fed all before I turned 21.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I got to be here for a reason.
Crazy. So how'd you get shot 5 times? What happened in that situation?
I'm at wrong place, wrong time. Like, I'm at a block party in Pittsburgh, and like, it's one of my homies. That's the crazy thing about it. But he invited some dudes from out of town. Okay, the neighborhood it is, where Atlanta is gang banged out. So, okay, I'm Pyro. They Crips. So it got on something like, I got on all red, but I'm not like, you feel me? I really didn't post. I said it's the wrong place at the wrong time because I really didn't even supposed to go to this block party. I supposed to be going to the strip club, but I was just trying to kill time. So somehow I see some dudes walking up on me. So I get the clutching. So I'm like, y'all good? But I could tell they wasn't from Atlanta. Like, they got on like tall tees, like tees that you won in 2008 or something. Like,
sounds like 2008 Atlanta,
like, yeah. Like, I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, y'all good? So they like, yeah, we good. And they keep walking. Just so Hammer had two or three of my homies from the hood, they walking up, and I ain't been answering the phone for them. So like, they cussing me out like, damn, bro, you ain't answer the phone this and I'm like, nah, y'all chill, watch them. So everybody get the whipping out. And then this is the crazy part of the story. Like, it was a bottle in the middle of the street.
A bottle?
Yes, like a bottle. A pickup truck ran over a bottle and it popped. And then it started a whole shootout. It started like a whole shootout, bro.
Holy shit. That's some bad luck. What, like a soda, like a plastic soda bottle?
Yeah, a plastic soda bottle, bro.
Shit.
I just found that out like when I was down, like, bro, you know nobody didn't shoot. I'm like, what? So I got shot because of a fucking soda bottle.
By some random guys that you probably never seen again, never thought about.
No, y'all,
I'm sure you thought
go
about
back to it. Y'all definitely think about it. They gonna go back to where they from. Like, but it's like, damn. You feel me? Like, yeah, I got hit 5 times.
5 times where though? Anywhere
3,
really bad?
Yeah. Not really though. Like 3 in the left leg, 1 in the right leg, and right here. I got a plate on my arm right here.
I guess all things considered, getting hit in the leg a bunch of times is probably best case.
That's the best case.
Yeah.
I was like kind of shooting back. So I got hit in the arm, and I just threw the gun. Like, it's over with.
Right.
Yeah, I couldn't. It was over with. They knocked the fight out of me.
Wow. And so you got locked up for that shooting, or no? Okay.
No, I got caught with a gun.
Soon after?
Like the next year. Yeah.
Okay.
Next year.
And that was the longer bid that you did more recently?
Yeah, that was the recent bid.
Okay.
And then 2015 came out 2020.
Wow. So you did 5 years for just a pistol?
Yes.
But I thought everybody could just have guns in Atlanta, or not?
Nah, because I was already a convicted felon.
Right.
But it's still like, that was my first offense, like major offense. But it's like Atlanta, like, I ain't gonna lie, that's why I see why it's so good to be out here. Because like, we targeted already. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
It's easier to mind your business out here.
It's way easier to mind your business. Atlanta, if you bored, you just gonna get in the car and just ride around. You know all the streets, you know everything going on. Here, you ain't gonna be ready to just drive because you gotta use GPS. Or you're gonna get lost. So you be like, shit, I'm just chill.
That's it. You're from Atlanta. Like from the way I see Atlanta too. Like anytime I've been out there, I've been like, man, Atlanta's like the best vibes. Everybody got the studio sessions.
Yeah.
Everybody's so cool.
Yeah.
All the great restaurants. Everybody's so nice. Like I feel like you've seen a very, very different side of it.
Yeah, burnt that. We done burnt it out. We done burnt it out. We done burnt it out. Because you gotta think like we done did everything in Atlanta that's to be done. From any way you think about it, like we done did everything. So it's just like, what is it to do? It's not really nothing to do. But out here, it's just, like, last time I seen you, everything was closed, but we still had a good time. Like, we was in there, vibe out that Duke spot, like, you feel me? Like, just the scenery. And it made me just, it's different era. Like, I don't know what it is. It's different era, and it make me even rap different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it give me way more to talk about, like, focus on and,
I mean, where we were at with Duke's spot or whatever, his big ass house and fucking, I'm not gonna say what city it is, but it's a nice ass city. There ain't no tough people in that city trying to start problems and shit. It's like a very different environment.
Exactly. It's like, it's cool. And then I even like, cause I'm considering moving out here, but it's like I gotta get everything. I ain't been out there for like 4 months. So it's like, I just went to Miami to visit my family, and I'm just vibing with them. So we like, shit, let's go out. We go to a club. It's so many dudes and then everybody just stiff, like everybody hard. But it's twice as many females. But it's just like them kind of scenery. Like it's like you don't be really want to be around when you you know what it's like you jeopardizing. You feel me? Like it's a liability going and stuff like that.
Right.
You feel me? Because it's automatically hate. It's automatically bad energy, and I go out energy, so it's like I don't really want to be around it.
Is there like the tension level from your perspective in Atlanta right now? There's been a bunch of people who've been killed. Like obviously you weren't around for the wild ass one that happened this weekend at the Wendy's and
I
shit.
definitely was around.
Oh, you were in Atlanta when that, because you just got here.
That's my hood.
Right. Oh, really? You live right around there?
My hood, I'm right down that street. I was right down the street in the hood.
Right.
When it happened, like, it was so crazy. Like, I was getting out of the exit. It was an unmarked police car. I'm trying to beat him over to the right lane. You feel me? So he every time I speed up, he speed up. So something just tell me like, and it's like kind of my street intuition. Like, just get behind him. You feel me? So when I get behind him, soon as we get out of the exit, he hit that lights. I'm like, oh shit, that's unmarked. So I hit the right. It's right in front of the windows that it happened at. It's a liquor store. And it was like 60 police at the liquor store.
Wow.
So I'm like, what the hell going on? Like, what? So I go down to the hood, put everybody on game, like, bro, it's a lot of police calls, cause they be busting, like, they bust trap spots and shit. So if like, it just be like what we do. Like, if you get the call, hey, bro, get on point. If we just seen any police around this way or this way, so I tell them, we end up getting the call, like, bro died. You feel me? They killed him. The video get the service and stuff like that. But it was one of my big homies' birthday, so we end up still just going. Now we didn't go out that night. We went out the next night, but they had the exit blocked off, so I had to take the opposite way of the hood and go around through the opposite hood. Yeah.
From your perspective, how fucked up is the policing in somewhere like Atlanta? Like in terms of how much, like you've been in and out of prison a whole bunch of times and shit, but do you feel like there's just something fundamentally wrong with the way that the police system interacts with the community?
Yes, for the most part, but like, it's not all on. You feel me? Like, I can't say that it's not all on.
Atlanta's such a black city too that I'm sure you got a lot of black cops and stuff who grew up in these areas and kind of
who you
have respect for.
Yeah, who have respect or know you or just know what you came from. So it's like, man, I ain't finna be the one to cause you to throw it away. That's like, I didn't got spared. Like, I just had learners and somebody hit me. A black cop came, like, they tried to, the other dude who hit me tried to make it seem like it was my fault. I don't supposed to be driving because I had learners. So he like, man, well, y'all just let the insurance deal with it. So the other dude started pushing, trying to proceed with just me pay for it. So he went and watched the camera and like, the cop kind of spared me, like, man, just go on. Y'all good, you feel me? So it's like, it still be stuff like that going, but it be, you don't get, that type of stuff don't get shed a light on. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, all you see is racism or stuff like that because they're on a bigger platform. But, like, it's unfortunate. I don't really know, like, that man didn't deserve to die because he was in the Wendy's drive-through sleep.
Yeah, and it's like, I watched the video a couple times. I didn't really like fully understand until I'd seen the video a few times, but it's just like completely inexcusable. Like, as much as the guy was wrestling with him, the way he shot the taser at him and shit, that's all bad, but by the time he actually got shot, he's fully sprinting away from him. He's like 10 fucking full leaps away from
for
this.
Sure. So it's just like, you're gonna shoot. Because, okay, y'all were wrestling and tussling or whatever, but that's what backup for, or get on the radio for what if you knew, like, it ain't nowhere to go. You got to go back around the windows.
It'd be a better situation. His car's right there. Like, you got the information on the car. You're going to be able to figure out who he is. It's a better situation that this guy's on the run and you find him hiding in somebody's backyard than that he dies.
Yeah.
On camera in the Wendy's and the whole fucking city is enraged, you know?
And they just, like, they woke them people up, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, before I left, they done shot at the police. They burnt their windows down. They blew up a police car. Like, it's just so that's why it's like, it's time to go.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, much as I saluted, and I had march like the day before all that happened. No, the morning that happened, I had march with my homie Bachi. He's a club promoter. I had march. We cleaned up the West End Mall, and I walked a couple blocks. Well, I ain't just do everything, but I just wanted to show support. You feel me? But I just know, like, when I learned to go with my my gut feeling, my intuition. Like, if I feel something, it's time to leave.
Well, that's what they always say too, is that if you stay in your hometown, I mean, your hometown is where the people who knew you since you were young or whatever are more inclined to do something to you. Do you feel like by coming out to LA that might just be a way for you to just kind of start over and just avoid any kind of shit like that?
Yeah, because I want a clean slate. And it's like I'm on this right now, but that don't mean everybody else on this. I ain't on the gangster one, the street one, in the club all day and fighting and shooting. I'm not on it. So me not being on it, I would rather eliminate myself before somebody else try to eliminate me. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, just because I'm on something different, don't mean that they on something different. Whoever I done did something to, or whoever been hanging from the start, or you feel me? Like the same people who was welcome home and then, bro, welcome home, I miss you, or this and that. It's like, now that they seeing my career is prospering and going up, it's like, I see the hate. Like when I see them, it don't be genuine no more.
Because you can't take them with you.
Exactly. Or like, man, why you, bro? Then take me out. I can't take you out. I'm gotta get my feet wet first. A lot of people don't understand it. You feel me? So, you know, you gotta. But it's like this. What I asked for. So it's like sometimes it get overwhelming, but I take the good with the bad.
So this most recent time when you got out, Thug really gave you $200,000 right when you got out.
For sure.
What was that like? How'd that feel?
Man, I ain't never had 200,000. That was my first time, so you got to know how that felt like.
In cash? Yeah, I've definitely
Cash.
had never seen 200K in cash.
Yes.
Yeah.
He gave it to me, and it's like, it was an amazing feeling, like, because you got to understand, when I left, he was getting like 60 a show. So he at the point now where he can go get $1 million for a show. You feel me? Like, and I ain't count his pocket, but it's just like, he's way bigger. And he used to be telling me, like, he just told me yesterday, start car shopping, bro. I been told you. Like, he bought Gunna a Rolls Royce truck. So he's like, he told me when I was in jail to start car shopping, but he just told me, like, all right, you still, so like, man, I don't know, like, you feel me? But I got a car away, shit, like, I don't know, like, I'm still just figuring it out. Like, I'm taking a day at a time.
Yeah, because I mean, it's one thing for Thug to like embrace you, put you on his album, etc. But then for you to get locked up for 5 years, come out, and for him to still be embracing you on that level, I mean, that's like a different type of loyalty and love. Especially with someone like him, it's like he can make 10 new friends tomorrow. He don't gotta be thinking about something from 5 years ago.
Yeah. And that's how my take is. Like, it's like, I knew he was gonna be there, but he did just everything right. Like, you wouldn't expect a person who that busy just to stop what he doing and just make sure I'm straight. Like, every time I'm there, every time I call, he there. Like, you feel me? I knew he was gonna be there though. Like, I never doubted it. But for him just to still be in tune and talking to lawyers and just doing all that, it's just like, it showed me like that's a real one. Like, it's rare. You feel me? And it be people who take off and be famous and they right hand man from the sandbox. I don't even hear from or ain't even sent them 100. So it's like, it made me have so much more respect for him.
Yeah, that's honestly pretty amazing. So, yeah, in terms of one thing that we've seen that's been pretty funny over the past couple months since you got out is this whole situation that played out with Sauce Walka coming at the YSL camp on Instagram and stuff. And that was wild for us to perceive you involved in that altercation because, I mean, you've been through all these real-ass situations. You got locked up, all this kind of stuff, but it's all shit that just happened in the streets. It's not some shit that played out on Instagram. So it was kind of wild to see you hopping on Instagram and actually, like, having words for somebody like that. We haven't seen that side of your personality yet, really.
Yeah, because it's like, he said fight, so I go on Instagram and say fight. Now, he said shoot, then I probably just flew the test. But, like, to keep it real, like, I ain't, like, bro, we can fight, bro. Like, you keep coming at him, like, you, it's like more so you coming at him, like, you want to clap. So, fight me, badass. Fight me. Let's, like, see what you really want to do. And he didn't respond because I know them. I just did time in Texas. You feel what I'm saying? So, it's like, I know all these people, like, you feel me? Like, Dallas, Texas, I did time in Beaumont. So, it's more Texas. I'm the only person from Atlanta on the camp. So, I'm pretty sure, like, he done did his homework. He know. You feel me? Like, I done beat up one of his little buddies, or you feel me what I'm saying? Like, he know he ain't got nothing to call, or they call him. What's up, yeah? Oh, nah, he official. So it's like, but when it comes to them, bro, like, I got love for Texas. Like, I got love for, like, Houston, Dallas. I got love for everyone, but just when you reaching, Thug ain't got to say, let's kick your feet back there, bro. And that's how my loyalty is. You did what I'm saying? Like I said, like, if it's, he would have said in some gangster shit. Then it's like, all right, I'm gonna play the kid.
Right? Is that how you feel? Is that if Thug really have a problem with somebody or whatever, then Like, do you look at yourself as the one who is kind of like lined up, like you should be the one dealing with the situation, or?
I always been the one to deal with the situation.
That's the feeling I get, but you're starting to get to the point where you can't really be that guy.
Yeah. So it's like still a transition. So
Right.
it's like I be had to catch myself like Tip called, Meat called. Man, tell Yak chill, man. He just got out. But the OG, they will check in. Like they gonna tell when I'm wrong, and I'm not one of them youngest who like I don't hear this shit, man. I ain't tripping. I can stand my screener, so when I'm wrong, I analyze him like, damn, I did react wrong. So next time I know how to react a better way.
You've been in and out of prison so much throughout your life. Is there a part of your brain that just feels like you're gonna go back?
Oh no, I ain't going back. But see, like I've been in and out, but it's like that was the first bid. So it was 2 weeks, 6 months, 5 years, and it was like, you feel me? But now it's like then it was more so I was forced to. It wasn't like I wasn't in the street by choice. I was forced to be in the street. You feel me? Like I was forced. Now it's like if I don't want to pull up to the hood, I ain't got to pull up to the hood. I can stay in my penthouse, like, or I can fly out here, or I can just. You feel me? It's more relaxing because I have some money. I have money behind me. I have a label. Like I have a team now, so it's just like I ain't finna mess this up just when it starts, or like you feel me? Like it's too much involved.
But is there a part of you that feels so comfortable and so sort of inspired by being in the streets that you just sort of like find yourself drawn back to that element? Because there's definitely rappers that I could think of who 1000% should just be in the crib, and you just will see some video and realize like, man, that dude is just back on the block. What the fuck is he doing over there?
Yeah, like, okay, being from the streets, it's just like today or tomorrow, it's always in your head. You can always die or go to jail. They're just in your head, but it's like if I'm thinking something negative anytime, I just rebuke it. Like that's like my prayer, and it cleans me. But on another note, like it's like you're a product of your environment, so it's like you almost have to pull back up to the hood just to show love. Because these be these same people who help you get out of there or bring you down. So it's like down there lose. You feel me? Like you just gotta show it to them though. You feel me? Like when I just went to Miami, we drove just because I want to take a couple dudes from the hood so they get the experience. Yeah, it cost me a little bit more money if I would have went in one car, but I still want to show people like this the way I'm living, and this what you can be living like too. Just like you said, your homie, like he went to a couple parties and rubbed shoulders with the right people, and now he know like what the business is. So I showed them, and the ones who missed out, because I was trying to get a rental car for them, the ones who missed out, they watching on Instagram like, how long y'all gonna be down there, man? We trying to come. We gone now.
Yeah, definitely. No, I mean, that's an amazing feeling. Like, I got a friend, Lavelle, who I brought him with me on a trip, and I realized, like, at one point, like, he's just standing next to this, like we were by the beach or whatever, and he's just standing at the beach so fucking happy. Right. And I realized, I'm like, man, this dude has been looking at the same beach his whole life. Like, he grew up in Long Beach or whatever, but it's a completely new thing for him to be looking at this shit for the first time. And I'm like, wow, like, I 1000% take this for granted. Yeah. But for him, this is exciting as fuck.
That's how it was with me. Like, cause you understand, I've been to Cali a lot of times, but I have never got to actually drive around and stay in my own house. It's always been like, I'm with bruh. Whatever bruh need, I'm here for him. And then when it's time for him to go to sleep, and then I could go do what I want to do. You feel me? But it's still like, I gotta make sure he's straight. So it's like, now I have my situation where it's about me. Like, I just had a house in the hills. My Duke had this, he got his house, then Thug got his house. I didn't have to go get a house, but I wanted my own experience. And I shot a couple of videos. But every morning I wake up and go just sit on the chair and just look like it's a pool right there. Just get that feeling like, damn, boy, like I ain't taking this for granted never again. And that's what make me know I'm not going to jail. Cause I don't take nothing for granted. I don't when I was locked up, I miss walking through the grocery store. I miss pumping gas, and I hate pumping gas. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, it's too much. You feel me? Like you can't take your life for granted.
So you got out, and then the coronavirus hits like a month later.
Yeah, I got out January 7th. Thank God I got out, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but it's like I still have soldiers in there, so it's like I just tell them, try to keep them fed and keep them with a care package, like do as much as I can. But yeah, I actually got out December 11. I got the feds. I had an open charge, and then I got out January 7th. I burned it out, yeah.
Okay. So you on probation and shit? You gotta be real careful how you're moving around?
So I don't do no drugs. I don't carry no guns. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you just gotta be mindful how you move, like, which is kind of easy because it's always in the back of your head, like, I don't want to go back. I'm not gonna go back because I refuse not to smoke and I have piss dirty. It's little boy shit.
But so is that hard to decide not to smoke?
Nah, because I wasn't smoking for the 5 years.
Oh, right.
Now, if it was the other way around in here, yeah. But I could be around, I like to smell it. I'm around it, I want to smell it.
But is that wait, so how many years of probation you on? A couple years before you could hit the blunt?
3.
3 years.
It's like, I got a cool PO. Shout out Dennis Tudor. I got a cool PO. And Miss Wade. So it's like, he's a celebrity PO. So he understand everything. Now, he still don't let me do drugs, but he understand everything. So, like, he give me my travel permit or, like, he just know. So,
But there's a lot of people, like, who I've heard that they got locked up, and I thought, oh, my, that might actually be kind of good for them because they're still fucked up on drugs, or they're going to go to jail, and they're going to at least be able to get off of it for a year or two. But then I find out, like, oh, nah, they definitely are getting drugs in jail, too.
it definitely is. It's a lot of drugs in jail, and they more dangerous than the ones on the street.
Yeah.
But just because it's like, it's so boring, you gonna take the doses up. You gonna overdo it. You feel me? And that causes people to overdose. Like, I done seen a lot of people on synthetic weed, K2.
Oh, no. They got
Man.
that in there?
Yes.
Fuck.
Man, I seen a person dive off, wherever, like right up there where the ceiling at, I seen a person dive off.
To the head?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Hit their head.
What
I
the
seen
fuck?
like 4 people die off of it. Like, I seen so much shit. Like, people get stabbed. Like, man.
The K2
riots.
shit is crazy.
What?
The K2 is because you smell them smoking it in Skid Row with all the homeless people downtown.
Yeah.
You'll smell it and you'll be like, man, they got some weird smelling weed out here. And then you realize.
Yeah. That shit causes people to do crazy things. Like,
Yeah.
And it's like I done seen a person, a Mexican started a riot. After he hit the K2, like, he wanted to stab somebody.
Wow, really?
Yes. And the whole riot popped off in the cafeteria, yeah.
Damn. We gotta make sure all these kids out here don't start smoking K2.
Yeah, stay away from K2 kids. It's not, trust me, I know.
There's like a lot of people Googling it right now. Like, man, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, for sure.
But yo, it's hard for you to avoid some of the drama though, right? Because there was a shooting at the Fox 5 video shoot the other day.
Yeah, I was in Miami.
Oh, you weren't
But
actually
right
there for that?
before I went to Miami, it was like, man, there was so many shootouts in 1 week. I was at one, I wasn't shooting them where I was just at one, like, it be the wrong place at the wrong time. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, more so, that's why I told you, like, I know when to leave. If it's too much going on, it's time to go, man. It was a big shootout, like, anything could happen. You feel me?
Definitely. So in terms of how you view your career right now, like what are the main things that you're working on? Like, are you just doing individual videos? Are you thinking of like your big mixtape that you got planned, or what is the idea?
It's so different right now because, like, when I left, it was mixtapes. So now it's albums and EPs and LPs and like streams. So it was just like before I left, and I had that freedom where, like, I just put a body work out there, and then you get show money, and then you feel me. So okay, now with well, I don't even know if it's still coronas, but now with the epidemic.
Oh, it's still around. They're saying the deaths are going up big time right now.
Okay, see, now with the coronas and with everything else going on, it's like, and me just signing to 300 YSL Records, I have to get to a point where I got my leverage and I get hot enough to drop what I want to drop. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I could drop what I want to drop, but it's like the strategy. You feel what I'm saying? I have to more so understand the strategy because they, like, got me in full control of what I'm doing. So, like, I'm actually dropping the video tomorrow. Then I'm gonna come back and drop, like, every day this for this month, I'm gonna drop a video every week. You feel me? I'm gonna drop 1 video a week for this month. Then next month, I'm gonna do it every 2 weeks. You feel me? So then by that time, I should been got hot enough where I could drop a body of music that catch which I already had the music stacked up. That's the crazy part about it. Like I got out and I was like fully committed. So in 4 months, I got like 274 songs, something like that.
Wow.
So I'm definitely motivated and dedicated to that. But it's like I have to learn what my fans have an ear for, like what they want to hear. Like, okay, someone want to hear the gangster shit, or someone want to hear the drip and the waves. Someone want to hear, you feel me, like just the real talk, like what I went through, so the pain, the struggle. So it's like someone want to hear me harmonizing, or you feel me. So it's like the melodies. So it's like me just learning what everybody want to hear, so I can have every angle on that tape or that project to reach every crowd.
Definitely.
Sure.
That's fire. Yeah, man. It's just good to hear that everything's going so well for you, and especially because right now it feels like there's a lot of, not a lot, but like a bunch of different people who sort of come from that YSL world that are like doing very, very well for themselves right now, and it's just very like, it's good seeing that positive fucking outlook for the whole camp.
Nah, for sure. And it's just like, we gotta understand, like, we got members who are YSL who is not signed to YSL. So say for instance, like Uzi, that's my dog. Like me and Uzi been rocking like way before he even made it.
Oh really?
And he was around like every day. You feel me? And Gunna too. Gunna was around every day before he even was always all the way YSL.
Right.
So it's just like to see their success in so short period of time, where it's like that #1 albums and they the hottest in the world. Like okay, and like it could be very just easy. I'm just give you game. Like I could just drop a song with all them, but I don't want it like that. I ain't that type of person. Like I don't want to work for mine. I want to actually grind for mine. So when I do make it, it feel way better.
You can kind of see the work ethic of the whole crew, sort of like, because we've always heard that about Thug, that he just makes like an unbelievable amount of music and he'll just be in the studio for insane amounts of time. And like you see that kind of like seep through to the rest of the crew, because when I was there the other day, there's like another artist, I think it was LA is his name, and he was working with fucking Duke.
Yeah.
And Duke, they were just like, yeah, like we just been working with Duke. We made like 20, 30 songs like in the past couple days.
Yeah, shout out to LA. Me and LA did 5 songs while we was out here.
Right.
It just like, but being around that, like being around Thug in the studio and just seeing, you gonna pick up that work ethic. Just like if you been around Goo Up. You feel me? Like,
You been around him a bunch too?
For sure.
Oh,
Thug
okay.
was signed to Goo Up.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like.
Oh, so you were around back then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I had my own situation where our studio was up the street, so it'd be like back and forth for like, you feel me? Even Long Way, like.
Shout out Long Way.
Yeah, like shout out Long Way. You know what I'm saying? But we were just like in Long Way spot on the hill, like in everybody we used to call it the library, but everybody be geeked out, but we'll still be just working. But I wasn't really rapping then, but it's just that work ethic that I seen them go in there and make 5, 6 songs in 2 hours. God damn, like, and they a good body of work. Like it's not like they probably all of them probably wasn't hits, but all of them stuff you can ride to, stuff that they gonna play in the club, stuff that gonna get you that look what you want. For sure.
Definitely. Well, hey man, it's dope to see you doing good, and you definitely got the streets excited right now. So I'm looking forward to seeing what else you got coming out this year.
For sure, it's on the way, man. It's on the way. I got Slack Talk, I got Life of a Maniac. I got Slime and Get Slime. They're gonna be the compilation with just all my slimes.
I seen you with the Desto Dub merchandise too,
sure.
though. That's my man.
Shout out Desto, man. He in Atlanta. I just missed him.
I know. I seen him in Atlanta. I'm like,
He
man.
in Atlanta. I'm like, bro.
I was almost like, man, this dude seems like he belongs in Atlanta. He might want to stay out there for a while.
Yeah, he love it. He love
He's
it.
having way too much fun.
With God and the key. So I need a cameraman.
Yeah.
I sent him a cameraman. And I'm like, all right.
Yo, his little brother, Pimp P.
Yeah.
That's the craziest,
Oh, see, I ain't met him
craziest
yet.
motherfucker ever.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he got some music. I'm gonna play you some of his music after this. But yeah. Oh yeah. The one last question I wanted to ask you: your YSL, do you fuck with the Whippets?
Yeah, for sure.
Because they don't violate your probation.
Yeah, I got to do anything to make me feel good. Like I thought it was a trick question, but now I whip it every now and then. You feel me?
Right.
I whip it every now and then, and for real, like it keep me out of cigarettes, which that's way worse to me.
That's your main vice that you've been dealing with. Were you smoking in prison a lot?
Yeah, yeah.
It ain't much else to do, right?
Man, this prison is $200 for the $5 box. It's $200 for that.
$200 for a pack of
A
cigarettes?
pack of cigarettes cost $200.
What?
It depends on what pound you at. Some 250, 300. Like, yeah.
What the fuck?
But you can make 400, 500.
Damn.
Yeah. That's how I go.
Crazy ass world. Do you have a phone in there? You don't gotta tell me if you don't want to incriminate yourself.
I'm out now, shit. I had a couple phones. I'm not. Yeah, I had a phone.
But is
I stay in tune.
Is it a big risk? Because like I heard people say like I'm not getting a phone this time because if I get caught with the phone, I'm gonna have to do an extra year or whatever.
Yeah, see, like it's when the Fed they take your good time, or they take some of your good time. So they'll take like 6 months, and then you'll have to be in the hole in segregation for whatever they sentence you to, basically. Like whatever they sentence you to, was 3 months or better. You had to be in the hole. I did a lot of time in the hole.
You did?
Yeah, I ain't get caught with no phone, but it was just like off the influence. You understand? Like they know Thug, my brother. They know Gunna. They know Baby. They know Birdman. Like they just know my circle.
So that makes them want to fucking.
They make them want to fuck with me because it's like I can kind of infiltrate one of y'all COs or like you feel me, which I had a couple COs. Like I could put the game on, or you feel me, like guards and counselors, and you feel me. Then like 2 of the biggest songs I got came out in jail. So it's new people who coming in who done heard, and then I'm not the type that just want the attention, especially now. So it's like, because when you get in there now, then everybody gonna start trying to tell on you. And then you really gonna go to the hole. That's how I always went to the hole. Someone told me.
Is the hole like infinitely worse than just being a regular population?
Yes. It's like 23 and 1. You only come out 1 hour a day.
Right. And you just got nothing to do in there.
Nothing to do. Read all day. But see, like, for me, because when I was on the compound and population, like, I couldn't sit still. So like, I'm always going to the basketball court, or I always doing what I'm doing. Segregation made me sit down and get in my bag. I wrote a lot. I read a lot. I wrote a lot. I worked out. That little hour they gave me, worked out every day. I ate right. You feel me? Because it's like nothing you can eat. Or you got to eat the 3 meals that they bring. You got to eat them. Like, and sometimes they don't be good, but you got to eat them.
Right.
So it like did me some kind of justice.
Yeah. Shit. Gotta be something positive you can take out of any situation, I guess.
For sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, Yak Gotti, I'm glad we got to have this conversation. I'm sure that people are gonna really appreciate it.
For sure.
My man.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you for having me.
No doubt. My pleasure. Yak Gotti. No jumper. He's probably about to just try to hit me with some crazy, elaborate handshake that I don't know.
I got to slam you. I got to teach you style, man. Come on, man.
I got to work on my slap pass.
Yeah, she got slap pass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Gotti, No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. Check us out on YouTube, SoundCloud, and iTunes. Like, comment, subscribe. I ain't done this in a long time. NoJumper.com if you want to support.
Hey, what's up? How you doing? It's Yak Gotti, and I'm with No Jumper. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Yak Gotti and Young Stoner Life Records. You did YSL for life. You know what I'm saying?